Christina, I know it's a similar question to you. I know that you're someone who goes into a lot of these communities and makes a lot of these arguments to people who are weighing these heavy options on their minds, people who aren't part of this vast pro-abortion lobby. What do you tell them? How do you use your story to reach out to them?
I love to tell my personal story, and my story is that my mother walked out of her abortion appointment in Hartford, Connecticut at Mount Sinai Hospital. It was because a janitor talked to her when she was in the hallway in a hospital robe about to have an abortion, and she told her God would give her the strength to have me. The abortion doctor, he told her that she'd already paid for the procedure and she needed to stay, but she ran out and saved my life. And I love to tell my story because it really puts a personal face to the issue of abortion, because oftentimes with abortion, people are trying to devalue and dehumanize the unborn. And I like to tell my story so people can connect with the reality that I am a human being and I was in the womb as well.
Mm-hmm. Gloria, you talked about the way that the abortion industry tries to manipulate the way people think about this. From their perspective, they would rather that voices like yours simply not exist.
Yeah, they would, and too bad for them. I do, and I'm loud about it, and I encourage people. Look, what we're proposing to people is a way to love themselves, to love their children, to have bonds between the father and the mother and the baby. Abortion puts forward, actually, that there's something inherently defective about women because we can become pregnant and have children. And I reject that argument. There's nothing wrong with women. In fact, I support a woman's right to be born. And I think the more that we challenge a lot of the premises that abortion puts forward about women, I think the more that we'll see that abortion itself is very anti-woman, and it forecloses any real authentic discussion on authentic women's rights. How do we have an economy that is inclusive of women who are pregnant and mothering? How do we build businesses, education, a culture that welcomes women in all these stages of our lives, rather than foreclosing the conversation by saying, hey, you have abortion, that's your solution, that's your means to poverty, that's your means to wealth, that's your means to real justice. And it's just simply not true. Abortion teaches men that violence against women and their unborn children is okay, and that is precisely against what we as women want for how we should be treated and how men should be taught to treat us.
Gloria and Christina, I just want to thank you both for the work that you have done. We would not be at this point culturally without voices like yours. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.